Haha! We're live. And I better close that before I start hearing myself. How we doing? Hello, hi. Now, if memory serves me, that's Mamoru, isn't it? If memory serves me. I'm really trying to stretch the memory back a few years now. How you doing? And Glacier's here, and wow, I need to fix the font on that. Jazlo, how you doing? Yeah, just imagine me just leaning, squinting at the screen, just because the chat's on a different window. I was trying to remember from back in the Timberborn, I think it was, streams. Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of tidying up. I was actually wanting to do a little bit of this yesterday, but hey, Darthy. Yeah, I wasn't feeling amazing afterwards. I had this massive headache come on towards the end of yesterday. It was not great. So yeah, there's actually a railway connection here now. Alright, so moving straight into the meat of things, we go wee, wee. Or if you were a browser, wee. Good thing that can't be clipped, so Veldek isn't here. It just occurred to me, I need to grab the sound of that now. We need an exclamation mark wee. Actually, the thing that's really missed from... the thing that's always missed from that is Safari. I think Safari doesn't escape... Safari escaped that one. It's just there, minding its own business, kind of... I mean, Internet Explorer is just... You know, he's just happy to see the thing spin round. Whereas Safari, you know, he's just trying to make the needle spin by blowing on it, and he can't quite do it. No one remembers Safari. What else is going on? Oh yeah, Oilbase is doing things. I found an error in here too, so it had to be redone again. But, is it still broken? No, it actually, yeah. Oh, it had several things wrong with it. Yep, still broken. Alright, first item on the agenda is this place right here. First thing I want to do is turn off the trash, then want to join the networks. Because I don't want to do all the tearing down myself personally. I want the boss to do it for me. Somewhere is a decon planner that I want, and I can't find it, which is now kind of... Oh, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, got my decon planner. Finally tackling batteries. One of the last little annoyances. Well, it's not far from the last. It's a little annoyance that I would need to deal with. I think I'm going to have to help it along, having said that. Safari like IE, the thing you use to go download a real browser? Pretty much, yeah. Although, so for some reason, Safari never got the same level of notoriety, despite... I suppose... Safari is technically... What does it derive from? I think it was still technically WebKit derived. So it didn't garner the same level as hate as IE did. Not from a real OS. It's another thing too, is that the for some reason macOS gets a lot of love, despite being sort of, it's very much its own lockdown thing. But because it has a Unix-like terminal, for some reason, that's all it needs to be considered one and the same. It's really quite strange. Even though it represents none of the values. Alright, so I have a blueprint. Several blueprints actually. I need to bring them all into here. That's the one that is of interest to us. Those are of interest to me because I've already dealt with them. So yeah, we've got a battery that's twice as long. Or a battery build that's now twice as long. I suppose most of the decon wasn't really necessary because it does pretty much sit right there. This build also has the advantage that most of the stuff that gets pulled out of it can be put straight back into it. I had Microsoft. That is true. It did legitimately garner the response that it needed because I suppose you had... I actually didn't know this because I was aware of the browsers and such before IE, and everything else really took off, so I didn't really know it. I didn't really appreciate it, but it wasn't until much, much later, well over a decade later, that I realized that most people didn't even realize other browsers even existed. Because most people's first experience with the internet was you needed, the Internet Explorer was the internet for so many people. It's something I never really appreciated the longest time. Do I have a reactor? No. This is sad. They're all going to gum up now. Same, actually. My first experience with the internet was Netscape. Mainly because there were two internets back at that point in time. There was nearly every website had two, it would come to a landing page and there would be a button for Netscape Navigator or the Internet Explorer version of the website. That is true, yeah, it just said internet, explore the internet. Of course, then you get the weirdos who are all like, oh yeah, Mosaic. The Mosaic crowd, even. I did actually use Mosaic once after the fact. It's charitable to say that it is really a browser. It is extremely charitable to call it a browser. I mean, it functions, is probably the best way to describe it. Glad those days are gone. So am I. There's actually another way to... I remember seeing another angle looking at it was that... it was really... I'm trying to think of it. It was very much a gold rush and that... it could be... There was sort of this way of perceiving it that having these open standards didn't necessarily... It wasn't necessarily beneficial. And so actually taking charge and innovating had merit by leading the market. Trouble is eventually it all settled down and we are where we are now, but there was a brief time where it didn't, that wasn't necessary. The argument was that there was a point in time where that wasn't necessarily the right way to go. I'm really trying to stretch my memory there, that's why I'm struggling a bit. I'm trying to think of the right verbiage for it. I suppose the best equivalent analogy would be similar to what's happened with EVs. Is there's a common standard, but it's sort of morphed and... Because the original standard for EVs was for power charging, for the amount of current that's flowing through the connector changed over time because it was the original connector was considered high power of its time, in the mid 2000s, maybe even early 2000s, 2004, 2005, something like that. It originally came from, and then it started slapping more and more to it. So it's now this giant multi-formatted monstrosity. It's got all these different sub-connectors within it. And now everyone's adopted the Tesla style connector because they just did their own thing. And then it turns out that instead of just doing something really simple and then adding complexity to the vehicle and or charger to compensate is the right way to go. And also lots of temperature sensors by just ignoring the normal conventions of what you would do for wiring, and instead oil cool the wiring and put a temperature sensor on it so that it doesn't self-immolate. I forget what they run at. They run a lot of resistive losses through their cables. Because yeah, the fast charging is oil cooled. It's kind of crazy. Whereas the standard cable isn't. You know, it's rated for the current, but realistically, you don't need to do that. It's just kind of inefficient and wasteful. But at the same time, it makes a more easier to use connector. Wow, no, on Twitch. Hey, Thunder. I've been experimenting with YouTube again. So, I'm just been getting on top of YouTube again, and then, so YouTube's going to be the primary, and then I'm going to, what's the word? Dual stream it, multi-stream it off to Twitch. Tester connector was under patent for no one to use for a long... Yeah. But they they sort of wanted it to be the standard. It's kind of funny. It's actually only the standard in the North American market. Everywhere else just uses the standard, the common one. The whatever it's called. But the one that North America had, you know, so US, Canada, and so on is different to the Australia and Europe one, which Tesla also follows. The difference is it's a 5-pin plus DC, whereas the American one is 4-pin plus DC. It's something like that. What it means is that the European version has 3-phase available, so we can pull a hell of a lot more power than the US version. CS70, I think that's another one. Is it the 1772? 1772, or is that the really, really old Japanese one that almost goes back to the 90s? I can't remember now. I used to know all this stuff. Yeah, all Teslas in Europe, as I was saying, as far as I understand it, have the standard CCS2, I think it's called, connector. That's it. Yeah, CCS2 is 3-phase plus DC, which is that sort of underslung monstrosity. If I remember rightly, the trigger switch was a little nicer on the CCS2. Was it CCS? I'm pretty sure it was it was something like CCS2. Pretty sure. Yeah, level 2. Yeah, Chadmo was another one again. I think that was either Japan or China, which they're very much fond of. They sort of have a what you call it? They're motivated to maintain their own standard. Yeah, it's probably because of... So there's an oil outpost there that needs to be built. Oh, you're already there. There is... Oh, that one's built. There's that one there. That used to be a copper outpost. Now it's an oil outpost. Trains already showed up. Apparently the bots didn't build the... Bots are jerks. Can you lot, like, build the substations, please? That would be really nice. You're really great if you could do that for me. What would also be good is me getting this bit right. I think we're plugged up again. It's kind of funny too, because the hit that you take from fast charging is questionably worth it. Let's see, so there is one up here, and there's one there, and there's one there. Just pinging them so there's at least a record as well. Potentially that one too. You know what, I'm gonna... Let's do it. Where is it? Empty. Oil. Hope that's right. I don't know why it's showing up red though. Shouldn't be showing up red. That's troubling. Yeah, it seems to work. We'll see what happens. It's just a fixed one train limit. So one train is always expected to show up. There's no real intelligence to it. The idea is just to keep the oil on a deficit. It's actually kind of annoying too, because some of the, like, I think it's this one over here, it actually can't pull the oil out fast enough. Like, the oil flow was just so high. Sadly, that's a thing we have to deal with. It's at least, thankfully, a problem that's fixed in 2.0 with the fluid changes. I was hoping this was a little bit more drained than what it is. What is... Oh, that's the thing. I was wondering what was charging up. It was the thingy. There's not really too much... 83%. Too much magic to the oil outpost. It's pretty much just shove a pump in it somewhere. Where's a example? I don't put a lot of thought into them. Yeah, I usually try and pull the oil pump jacks into a single common line so that it can at least have a few pumps, you know, help push it down every 4 to 6 tiles, and then push it down towards the end. Although that part's not really necessary. That's only... I wouldn't bother with it. I just pump into a single... into the tanks at some point. It doesn't matter where. And yeah, and just let the train figure the rest out for itself. The idea is it's meant to be still slow, but have a lot of them rather than a single one that does a lot. There should be a... There should have been... I mean, there is the old builder train here, but I don't think it has the stuff in it anymore. Doesn't look like it. Pretty sure there was a spider that did it too, but those don't seem to be doing it. They don't. You could always set up a spider to assist you. You prefer watching live on Twitch? Yeah, the live experience over there is a lot better. But the VOD here, it's more convenient for me to have it live here for the VODs. Or for storing the VODs, it works out a little nicer. Not going to be a wait for long. Well, as I say, hopefully I'll get the multi-thing up and running in the next day or two. I meant to look at it earlier today, but I ran out of time. So yeah, once I get that sorted out, then it'll be business as usual, and then I don't need to deal with the VOD stuff. I don't have as many headaches with the VOD stuff. Alright, let's scoop up some of you. There's all these stupid chests of things. Oh, there's a setting for that. Somewhere. It's like a pick the thing as a ghost when you press Q. Is it there? Yeah, pick ghost item if none available. Why was it doing? Oh, there it is. Not doing it for... Won't do it for landfill though. That's why I was confused. Oh well. Thought it did work for landfill. Well, have a good night anyway, Glacier, for when you inevitably fall asleep. Okay. You. I said you. Main hope is that I don't accidentally overwrite my precious water puddle. This is just a really overly elaborate way of avoiding making sulfuric acid at the oil base. Because moving and cause it turned out that crafting the sulfuric acid here was actually pretty advantageous. It was far more it carried far more product to move the sulfur by train than by acid. You didn't hear the ping sound? Should clean your ears out then. I thought I did ping. Well, there was two of them. Well, 1.5 really. There was my actual ping, and then there was the Dino not ping. Because Dino's set not to ping for YouTube. I really should do that. I'm in two minds about having one of those team notify type things, you know, where you have the ability to opt into notifications. But at the same time, you sort of already do in server settings. Because that's really the only notifications that you really need to know about, is like the live ones. And it's kind of the point of being there, is you want to get the live notifications. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having the notifications in the first place. See, like, if you can opt out of the ping, what's the point of having the category in the first place? You might as well just opt out of all of them. I don't know. It's just the ramblings of me and the mental gymnastics of how I perceive the world. Alright, so much iron and copper. Are these... Oh, you don't have sulfur. Why don't you have sulfur? Presumably it's just a matter of Logibots delivering it. That's not a lot of construction. I thought there was more construction here. I guess not. Classic, always with the nuclear fuel. I need to say rocket fuel. Nuclear fuel chest. So my theory is that if I just at least crank out a little bit of batteries along the way, I'll be able to start consuming some of the iron and copper that's here. Actually, what would be a good idea is summoning the yeah, this lot. Should have thought of this earlier. Because they can just decon trash to the network, and then they can pass the materials forwards. Could also set a logi limit on this too. It's debatable whether or not I even need basic material logistics anymore. But of times you nearly posted on your personal account for chats too often. Yeah, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? What if I move up to there? Just wondering if I can get at least some of this stuff built. Going to maybe stay up for the Starship flights. Oh, there's two thingies, isn't there? I happened to see a bit of a thing saying that there was something happening. I'm way behind the times though. What was it? Starship Stakeout for the 5th time. Yeah, it was Scott Manley. 2 Texas takeoffs tomorrow. I meant to have a look at that, but I haven't got around to it yet. Oh, guess he's full again. Actually, how are we doing over here? Ah, it's all happening. Yeah, red circuits is all happening now. After some small circuit kerfuffles, I managed to fix it. That was painful. That was actually painful. 1 out of 1. Why are you... Oh, you're missing a signal. That's annoying. I might be able to do it for me. But it needs radar coverage anyway, so... Go get a radar. Round God knows how many. So what you doing? Yeah, something like that. What I usually do is rotate them to like all point towards a central point. Yeah, something like that. That's good enough. And yeah, and just plug it into one of these points here. Either way. It doesn't... Apparently the blueprint has the pumps in it, but it doesn't actually really benefit from them. That's what happens when you take blueprints and you're not really paying attention to what you're doing. Is you tend to blueprint things that shouldn't really be blueprinted. That means they're all broken then. One of these days, I'll actually get this crap right. Have faith in my ability to blueprint these things correctly. I mean, you might be pushing your luck there. You might be out of luck, having faith in me blueprinting things. Today not that day. Just like copying... Yep, it's just like copying stuff from Stack Overflow. My ability to copy is on par with copying from Stack Overflow. I mean, to be fair, I have found a lot of gems on there. And it's usually not the top answer. It's like the second or third one. Someone just has just the most craziest, hyper-detailed summary. And it's usually amazing. You know, and they break it down into this giant 2,000 word essay. I like it when I find those. Right, I think we're getting close to the end if that's happened. That means we can try and paste it down a second time. Further does it have to go? Quite a ways by the looks of it. Speed more, yeah, it's a good idea to. I mean, probably because it's new, it probably won't matter, but it's a good idea to. Especially for, oh yeah, for something that isn't super mainstream, those sorts of answers are amazing. Like for something that's really more esoteric. Where do we want to be? About there. There, I think. Hopefully I got that right. The worst ones are the ones where someone asks a super niche question and they get the generic canned answer for the not niche use case. And then someone points out that, yeah, or they answer exactly the thing they said. I don't want this. What is the actual answer? And they still answer the thing they don't want. Those sort of answers legitimately take years off your life. They're so frustrating. Why does that not line up? There's one off. It's missing a beacon. Got our little tumour here for the iron and copper stops. I think the tumour is the better way to go these days. Huh, that was the right way for there. I mean, it can do that, but I'm yeah. Yeah, good enough. Good enough for government work. Land pump, yeah, water well pumps still work. Technically there's nothing stopping it from working. Technically. Bye bye fish. It does hurt to be landfilling fish. Remember that building tumour originally? Oh, this one didn't have it originally. It had a train that delivered both at the same time. But we did do building tumours in another save. We did a lot of building tumours in the Crastorio 2 one that I never finished. Because that one wasn't... That was going to be an interesting one. I got really keen on that one, but it wasn't going to work. Holy track lag. That was a pretty big... Wow, your latency is really high. I might need to do the thing again. Can I press that button? Yes, I can. Then I can press that. Yep, of course. There we go. It'll probably drop you. Hopefully not, but probably will. It's a lot higher than it should be. Yeah, it did this time. Yeah, it was a bit, apparently it's still 32. Don't know why. It's just really high. It should be like 11. That's why I was saying, like, it should be much lower than what it is. 15 minutes. Ah, plastic is going. 50k plastic a minute, not bad. Ooh, I need to be careful. This is now active. Conceivably. Oh no. Yeah, you can just stay there. Why aren't you? Oh yeah, because it's that point again. So is it just construction? Just construction. Well, since I'm here... Excuse me, train. You need to be pointing that way, please. I mean, it's also a little long. That's fine. Apparently you get fuel. Those don't matter so much. The plate trains. Alright, this should help purge out some of the batteries. Just help the kickstart the economy, so to speak, the production. Alright, you're gonna need like beacons and modules and other modules and those things. I need to actually turn it on. I could do that. I wasn't actually expecting batteries to take this long, as I say. I didn't realize it kicked over to catch up, so I would have caught it sooner otherwise. Should be glad the red circuits wasn't going a full 80k a minute. The game time got really high when that happened. But we need to get this place up to scratch. We do not have much time. I might have to unpause it now. Yeah, look at it slow right down to catch up. Oh dear. As I say, if I'd have caught it sooner, wouldn't be so slow. Yeah, we really only have 3 hours left on this. Time for X3D upgrade. Apparently. And X3D is so good for Factorio. I'll be kind of annoyed if it stays at the same latency. Just wait till it gets right to the end and just be like, dunk, and it slows right down. The funny thing is, you don't see the pausing because you're catching up. You're behind time and you're catching up to real time. So it's all still simulating for you. There we go, right at the end. There we go. Oh, that was entirely pointless because it's still 32. Sigh, sigh. Oh no, 13, 14, there we go. The latency does help with the track lag. Okay, that's made all you happy. You lot. You don't have thingies. Going back. You're going. Wow, why are you going there? Why are you not requesting? Why are you not on? Oh, that's trash. That's why. Should be there. Not there. Oh, you do have chemical plants. At least a few. And beacons and things. If I just pick them out manually, instead of, you know, doing the smart thing and getting the Logibots to do it for me. Now why do something easy when you can do it the hard way? Yeah, I can just pick them out and then build them all manually. That'll help jumpstart things. Problem now is it really needs sulfur. Yeah, it needs sulfur. I need you to get out of here too. Turns out one build that's twice as this is actually not even as big as the original build, and it turns out 2 of them is actually more than enough. Okay then, let's grab some of you, some of you. How are we doing over in the oil base? Not great. Not great's the answer. Is this off? Yes. It's kind of strange. I don't really understand why it drops as much as it does for doing what I do, but it drops a lot. Even though technically it should be the other way round. So, without going into details, it should be faster the other way round, but it isn't, and I don't know why. Alright, we need to go over to oil again. Say hi, train. Do something about this. This thing was an idea. It was 100% an idea, and I don't think it's going to work. So I'll probably have to fix it later. Yeah, this thing, apparently I converted it to sulfuric acid. It's fine. It can be that way. So how does it look? Oh, okay, you just... well, that's one way to do it. Yeah, I guess the job done. The reason I'm avoiding the pumps doing that now is it sort of forces all of these tanks to be full up first. So it has to like fill this tanker, then fill this tank, fill the tanker, tank. It was an idea, right? It works for... It actually would work for a 5,000%. Yeah, because you're not actually even getting all the oil out of it. Yeah. Getting all the oil out of it... it's just pain. It's just pain. Right. So... Well, you don't need that many. Let's make it 40. Yeah, need to request some more stuff. So we can self-build. Actually, I can steal some wagons from here, potentially. Like some of them. Back to batteries. You need... I think that's actually almost ready to go. This is just a an expanded version of the original one. It's nothing really exciting that makes it work. I need 2 of these as well. The battery... Well, I can copy it anyway. Entities. It's on a bit of a bendy bit, but it should be okay. Just jam it on the straight bit and it'll force it straight. Ha. So you kick things into gear. That's actually named really old. One of the really old names. Where is it? Yeah, battery load. There's no unload yet, so you can just sit there. Ooh, I think it's done too. Just like that. These are not filtered. And they should be. So these are never getting out of here otherwise. Alright, we don't need to request anymore. When fix oil input? Well, I can do something about that now, actually. This thing receiving... yeah, it's receiving fuel. Alright, let's turn the trash on. And hopefully, it doesn't go too stupid. Hopefully, it won't go too stupid. It probably will. How many bots? Lost all of its Logibots. Actually, you just get 500. How many you got? Yeah, you got a lot. You got 500. Where are they all high? Oh, are they all just floating around? Don't worry about that. Those are meant to be, It's meant to be a combination of rocket fuel and sulfur, but it's probably not necessary. That should be plenty of bots. Alright, let's add a little temporary thingy so it doesn't trash those. So iron, copper, and sulfur. Oh yeah, that's true. The entry ones are all clogged anyway. I could stand to just track lag the crap out of these. How's that? Yeah, now it says destination full. Ah, you need to be turned on for that to work. To the oil base. Ah, just in time for the train to be sent away anyway. Right, you need to go to load, cargo, unload, empty. Actually need a sulfur entry as well. You trains, please. I want 2 of them. Make them yellow. Make them yellow. I can't do that yet. Thing is, I need to open up the rocket fuel. Alright, so what we need is a train stop there and a train stop there. This one, this isn't real wake up. It is not a real stop. It is actually rocket fuel entry. You don't need a train stop limit. And U is sulfur tree. But it's actually also not just sulfur, but sulfuric acid entry. Oh, we actually already have a sulfur train. That's convenient. Well, I guess we can have 3, I suppose. U. There and oh, you're missing half your back end. So you need to go via entry. That just means they come up through the correct path, or the path that I want them to come up. Entry, load, cargo for now. Yeah, what I do need is you. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So probably 6 trains. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which makes 8. Don't you need the 0 seconds? No, nothing. If you have nothing there, it'll just skip. It'll fly straight through and go to the next stop. The 0 seconds mean it will actually come to a halt. Oh, that's dangerous. Right, and you need to hold there for a tickle. Where the hell is it there? Yeah, it's just the that's not right. You shouldn't be there. Actually, you should go to entry. Okay, they're bottled up by a water shortage because none of the thingies are done. Yeah, these are designed to sort of just sit here and do their thing. Where'd the rocket fuel train go? Oh, okay. It's just gonna do laps. Sure. Yeah, we'll have 3 of these. Even though I didn't name that right. Yeah. Is that the right one? Yes. Going to entry as well. Okay. We shall come to the water situation in a moment. I'll just supply some materials down here. But that got the that should have got the oil trains moving again. Oh, come on, bots. Plastic trains are all lined up. Coal trains are all lined up. Oh, you stopped at the hold? Okay. I mean, it didn't really matter. If anything, it should be going to the output hold. Hello, train. I'd forgotten that I'd never actually done the water connection. Now, I don't remember what it needs, unfortunately. So I'll just sort of wing it and see what happens. Just every time I jump onto the concrete tile, just suddenly shoot up in speed. With any luck, it is just one, and that's all I need. What is it? You. What do you mean 3 stuck on oil hold? Yeah, because it doesn't go anywhere. It actually shouldn't even be there. Because that's meant to be the other output track. Okay, it's short on... it's running at less than 100%, so that's okay. Oh, these things need bots as well. We'll sort them out as I come down. Nope, we don't want to craft those. Let's craft those. What a world to live in, where you have a giant megabase and you have to handcraft offshore pumps. You can produce 80,000 red circuits a minute. Some ungodly number of green circuits. I think it's like 250,000 green circuits or something. But nope, can't make offshore pumps. It's questionable how much utility that is, but sure. Is this the... Yeah, it's a sulfuric acid one, that's why. That's why it is the way it is. It's been taken to storage. Yeah, these aren't meant to be oil holds. Should have fixed them correctly in the first place. It should be like rocket fuel hold. Where is the so-called rocket fuel train? Oh, let's manually stop there. Yep, should go there. Around they go again. If I was particularly enterprising, what I would do is have you flip it round the wrong way. Change it to unload. Well, actually, the idea is to get it to here, to hold, so that it gets stuck. So that also works. It's a bit of a trial by fire, this is. Well, I guess you're that now. Just picking a stop which can be used as a placeholder. That'll work. It was sort of deliberately left unplugged on purpose, but they weren't supposed to come down here. So yeah, they can sort themselves out now. These can slowly drain the rocket fuel out of the network. Oh, why are you... You're 1 out of 1. No? Trying to go then. No. Okay. Very well, very well. Interesting. And now I've got to wait for the rocket fuel trains to sort themselves out. Yeah, these 2 lanes here should be oil trains only, and they go down there. It actually collects them together, because it collects them from here as well. Yes, they don't have an unload station. Some of them... Where'd the good one go? I guess because it's here, it can't go anywhere. Entry hold. How about you? Hey, you're the good one. And the eventual result is they should all end up here, no pathing. That's the hope and the dream. Train meter, how you doing? Hello. Hello. Lots of crap. Lots of junk. Lots of stuff and junk. Let's make you... Make that hold. Doing good. That's good. Yeah, not bad. About the copper ore. I was going to let the outpost train deal with it. Well, there's two ways to really deal with it. You can either let the junk it and let the outpost train deal with it, or you can put it in a chest and shoot the chest. Or you can just nuke the whole lot. That works too. I wouldn't hold it against you if you just blew up the whole lot. Bots and all. It would be kind of entertaining, really. And then it turns out you don't have nukes or something on you. Oh. No explosions? I guess there'll be no explosions. Vote for nuking? I mean, we nuked the entire red circuit build, so it's not the most expensive thing that's ever been blown up. Ah, oh, no nukes. Bad times. You don't have all your thingies too. Why don't you have all your... Oh, that's why it looks so wonky and offset. Wait a minute. That's there. Ah, okay, there's an extra thingy, that's why. Pistol it. I think the put in chest, shoot chest is probably the best option. You should be passive providers as well, not infinity chests. We're not going to get infinity chests anytime soon. Yeah, this one's hot off the creative map. It was very much a rush job, this build was. 3? Yeah, 3 seems fine. Okay. Why? What? Oh, yeah. It's so so hot off the presses. It's like named wrong and everything. I haven't got that one. Oh dear. Vulcanist Demolisher. Just run a Demolisher through it. Okay, they're lining up nicely. Rain's coming through. Train has been drained. Water is not connected. That's a bit of an issue. It's not enough. Wow, there's some stutters going on there. Is that... oh yeah, your demolishing track. Alright, that should make it happy now. Yep. Looking good. That's 10,000 sulfur a minute. I mean... yes and no, because that would be nuking the base. Is that what's... are they real? Waiting for... ah! Of course. That wagon's already full. $31K. It did once by accident. Yeah, keeping that one alive does actually matter. I'm gonna just... it does cause a bot swarm, but I don't care. Why are you... oh, you're out of gas now. I suppose it's not fully beaconed and everything. They're all running? Yeah, they're all running. Conveniently, I left bottleneck on accidentally again. Right, let's make sure you do what you're supposed to do. So in theory you're loaded. So, oh, you need to go to hold first. Hold, please. Oh, you're gonna do... no, you're not. You're not doing that. Are we stripping? There's 27,000 rocket fuel in there. It's going to be a shame saying goodbye to that junction with the elevated rails too. I like that junction. That was one of my finest achievements, making this stupid T intersection. It is so powerful. Actually, the worst part is I actually have a bigger one. There's one that does, there's a version of that that's actually 4-lane. So it's 4-lane in, 4-lane out. That's on the 36K base. That one is a monster. Don't worry, you're going to be in for a bad time when Space Age comes out. And now we make 11,000 batteries a minute. What's the time usage? And we're still only at 3. And away we go. You're loading up now, and you're... where's the other one there? You're loading up now. 15K, 19K. They're sort of sharing with each other at the minute. Yeah, they're sort of not really in a built state. Getting all bumpy bit. Yeah, so what I mean by a 4-lane one is that, so this mainline section is 2 up, 2 back, 2 up, 2 down. The one that I did was 4 up, 4 down T intersection. Although it wasn't a true, it actually had other lanes as well, but it wasn't a true any-to-any T intersection. So there were concessions made there. There was also a side, sort of like a service channel within it. That I could use. It's funny how they do that, flying over the foreign bot networks, because they've got to go out. They've got to go down this way, but they end up going back and across. It's quite funny. Annoying as frig, but funny. In all honesty, you could probably just do a bit of that with rocket fuel. The number of times I do that is really high these days. I don't know why. Never used to be a problem. You saw that right. I was shift... It is copied. Shift left click. Shift right click. Shift left click. The hell? Shift right click. Shift left click. There we go. I don't know what that is. It's the quickest way to summon more bots. Well, it's not really the quickest. The quickest way to summon more bots is to set this to like 500 or 5,000 even. Maybe 800. Then again, it's not going to work too well when there's already 1,800 in the containers here somewhere. Hoping I can spot it. Yeah. Oh, there they are. That works. Hello, autosave. And done. What is that? That was 450. $450-ish. Oh, there's a amount of bots now. Annoys you there's not an exact that it's not that there's too many bots. Ah, there is more. The ferric acid load not over station. It's sort of not built yet. It's not properly built yet, which is sort of working against it. I mean, I could just put one down. Having said that, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what it's even trying to be. What have I done with the alignment of those things? That's a mess and a half, that is. can you... I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and put the train right there. I'm pretty sure there's a tanker or two in here. Because there's like a bajillion oil trains, or the remnants of a bajillion oil trains here. There we go. So behind on this? I mean, we've been sort of speedrunning this thing. Because we don't have long left. We only have a few days left. Until we say goodbye to this base forever. And it's dead to me. Thought it was a nuke? Nah. But it's ready for bore. Ah, we're seeing some of it appear. Yep. Entry. Hold. Load. Empty cargo. Lack of fuel poisoning. Of course it did. It's very likely when you're placing trains, you edit the order, the new loco that's placed down will override it. Entry, hold, unload, empty. Take me down there, please. Yeah, slightly off. I placed the stop, but it didn't actually, it's a ghost, it didn't actually place. What are we, not lubricants, you. Oh, there it is. Do I not have... No, I don't have any modules. You don't have well, the right number of bots too. It's the one wagon. Balancing oil is just the eternal struggle. realistically, they could probably get away with 300, those builds. What do you... Oh, you need iron. I didn't give you iron, damn it. That's annoying. Now I remember why this build isn't here. Because that's for you. How do I convert you back? Not easily. Because this one actually, the strain is so low it doesn't actually matter. That's why I sort of converted it. But I'd completely forgotten about the iron plate. Crap is when you hurry through these things. You rush it to get it done instead of thinking it through. Okay. That means I'm going to have to pick it up and move it. Yep, that's a paddling. I knew that train was going to get here too. Yeah, cut that before you get too carried away. Explosion of bots. This thing should really be over here to deal with that. It's kind of ironic too that there's an oil patch right there. The oil base took over. It actually took over 2 oil patches. Another one there. Is that one up and running as well? Yeah, that's up and running. Ah, you're working on that one still. Very good. The annoying thing is I was really hoping to get the batteries, or the blue circuits up and running today. Apparently that's not the dream. Alright, I think the rest of it is just up to the base to sort out slowly. Poor bots. Away with ye. And as soon as these sulfur builds are complete, they can be isolated, which will make life a little bit easier. Alright, I think the best thing to do is just leave the area for now. We can move on and come back to it instead of just waiting for the bots to do things. But we got the batteries sorted out. Yeah, now that that's sorted out. It's just a matter of time, and then Iron Train can sort itself out. Let's go back to starter. Yeah, we'll just leave that to do its thing. So that's done. That still needs to be done. Over here is basically done, which is good. We need to plug in that, and need to think about plugging in science too, getting the final labs going. Oh, there's so much to do still. As I say, it's very likely I'm going to run out of time before actually finishing this. Sadly. Not much point dwelling on 1.1 for much longer. It'd be nice to see at least the blue circuits going. That would be nice. I'm just thinking what to do in the next 15. Probably start on that. Oops. No. We don't want to do that. We do want to do that, however. I'm going to continue on with the winning formula of this particular track layout here. I don't know why I never did it sooner, because it's so much easier and nicer. So you can go there. Now you need steel, you need stone, and you need the other train. Which means you need 3 of these unloads total. Just trying to see what the spacing is like that. Okay, it was there. Iron for the sticks, that's true, yes. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4. That's going to get awful messy. Untangling that one, discombobulating that one. This one I think is also for, what is it? It's iron, battery, yeah, batteries, low density, blue circuits, I think? Yeah, blue circuits. Real question is, can I squeeze these all in between the track? No, there might not be enough room for it. I have to see. There is a bit of a trickery you could do with alternating, but yeah, it could be difficult. If not straight up impossible. This is where I was thinking about cheating a little bit. And so by cheating, what I mean is actually do it like here. Someone's not going to appreciate this. Why does it have a character limit? Doesn't Twitch have a character limit? I thought it did. I'm guessing it's more that it has a lower limit. Yeah, just space these out a little bit. It feels a little stuttery again too. 6, yeah. Game update of 19. Trains? Where's trains? Trains. 14, yeah. Track lag. It's always track lag. So we'll move that one out the way. Funny thing is, it's probably still not enough. Because it needs to converge like 4 times 16 there, so yeah, well, I'd have to pull these across up top and then over. But it gives it more room. Better in 2.0? I'm not actually sure. Presumably it's improved, but track lag's one of those things where it's impossible to get rid of. It's just ways of mitigating or having its effects kick in much later. I think was the diplomatic answer given, or that was always given. It was never fixed. It was just changed, pushed to a point where you were less likely to. The bounds of encountering it were lower. I'm just trying to remember the original setting verbiage. So I remember someone asking him that. I think it was Will asked him that question because it was like track lags fixed, and then the game hung for like well, I couldn't say that. It hung for like 5 seconds, and it was like, I thought track lag was fixed. I was like, no, it just made it so that it was just optimized it so it was less apparent, but the limit still exists. Low power. Oh, the bots that I abandoned. I mean, once upon a time, I lost bots that were low power, and I didn't see them for 3 versions of the game. They're just straight up gone. And there was always this one construction that would just never finish. You know, 1 or 2 constructions because these 3 bots were lost for 3 entire versions. And then eventually one day they just showed up. I believe I don't think there's VODs of it available. It was before I was properly saving VODs. But you would have seen that way back in the 1 rocket a minute base, before even the red belt base. You would have seen that. Admittedly, I would have fixed it by unequipping and re-equipping the armor, but that's just defeatist talk, that is. Right, I'm going to leave them chew on that for a while. Then we're going to come up here. Just thinking about the position. Yeah, Out here, I'm just sort of aiming. I mean, there's a giant lump of water in the way. See a lost spot? Oh, there's a few lost spots. It happens from time to time. Bots just fall out of your pockets. You know how it is. Should be... Yeah, there it is. And that's the labs. I don't remember, how many of these did I have? I think it was 4. Pretty sure it was 4. Yeah, 4 thingies. Headed to the track lag. Ah, you're on the next one. They're all stuck down there. That's why they're all slowly trickling up. Alright, let's blow up some cliffs. Final piece of the puzzle down. Yeah, I think I was doing that one blind. It was in the shroud when I was stamping them all down. I tried to send the spiders around to at least prepare the area a little bit. And I ran out of time. They should, in theory, yeah. They don't actually link to each other. I don't think I have the original thingy ghosted though. The item transfer thing. That's fine. Somewhere out here, in theory, also is the... Actually, where is it? The thingy for this. I mean, there's a... the fundamental component of one. Okay. 2-lane. I'll pull it a little bit further up, just in case. I have a feeling I'm going to stumble into the ghost somewhere around, somewhere along here. I'm sure I stamped it down out here somewhere. That's where the track spider is actually useful. Right there. It's literally that spider's job is to do this stuff. Hey, it's got power at least. Alrighty. What's the time? A few more minutes. Yeah, just got to lash in these, run that out there. Still quite a bit to do. I suppose I could lay the pack trains flat. Did I make everything for 2.0? Yes. I will be. We will have a fully autonomous make everything machine. New rail blueprints. There's actually a whole new concept for it that I have that I've been brewing. So keep an eye out for that. Although it's a bit, I need to do a little bit of field testing first. But yeah, there will be a new one. The monstrosity. The monstrosity. It's such an interesting idea, having the brick come down to either make furnaces or wall. I've been through this before, but it's still one of my favourite builds, this one. This is one of my all-time favourite builds. Just the way it combines the two resources to make the two packs, because they're technically interchangeable. It's a lot of fun. And also try to think of how I can re-prepare things. You're looking, you're almost back in order. Actually, if you're picked up and then plopped down there, then you don't matter. Likewise, you. Bring that down there. Like that. Yes, I do. There. anything about that. Move on to see what to do with the quality. Yeah, I'm not sure where to take it yet. Could go one of a few ways. It's annoying that they're offset. Very annoying. Oh, I can't do that remotely too. That actually isn't right. So my feeling has been, I've had two sort of ideas for quality. One is sort of how it's said, how it's sort of given is to do it on Fagola. So turn Fagola into more or less a make everything factory that supplies the rest of the solar system. Alternatively, you could do it on Navis with quality inside miners and just have a dedicated quality base, which is not too dissimilar from Fagola. And then I also had the idea of a make everything platform. So you just have a platform that makes everything and then drop ships it using interrupts. But I don't know how well that'll work. But it's not dependent on being on a particular planet though. I just had the idea of, imagine requesting like a legendary power armor and it goes to, you know, whatever planet, pick up the legendary materials to craft it and then crafts it and then comes to the planet that you're on requesting it. I don't even know if it's possible, but it sounds amazing. I might have to go over there. Oh, I'm guessing the spider's been through. Yes, it has. Just everything was suddenly built, which means the spider's been through. I don't think quality also comes into play until a bit later on in the game. It's just something you've got to invest into early and just sort of leave to chug away in its own time. But yeah, we'll see. Labs. Labs. Oh, the fuel train's coming. I just realised. I was like, hang on, I'm standing on the track, and the fuel train's coming. You don't need you need that, you don't need that, you don't need that. You'll need some combinators, and then we'll need some labs. And whatever else. Not that, not that. Not that, not that. Not that. I'm gonna reduce that down. Yeah, that's requested. Oh, it does actually need those. It does need that, or that, or that. You definitely don't need pipe. That's for sure. It's still there where the old one was. You see the old acid site. Which I probably could do up there if I was really keen. But I do kind of want to do the proper sulfuric acid here. It has uses. I really shouldn't have relied on up there for doing things. There we go. The PAX trains can be happy finally. They can be happy finally that the right number of stops are here. Did I summon the right one? I mean, I'll take it regardless. Anyway, I think it's time to end though. No, that's busy. You're trashing sulfur, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. That's annoying. Won't be requesting half the items, you didn't turn the oh, yeah. Oh well. Pretty much ending now. That's a good amount of progress though. Good progress. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. See how close we can get to getting science done. Might be able to freewheel off some of the packs that are here. I mean, there's 194,000 military, so we can do some military science. Missed the whole stream again. Thankfully, it's YouTube, and the VODs are actually really well done. Well, so hey, Kickbackman. But you definitely want to be here tomorrow when we hopefully, well, one way or another, we're finishing this off tomorrow. And then you really, really want to be here Tuesday. That's when things get real interesting. But for now, though, that's it for me. I'm going to say thank you for very much for watching, hanging out, all that good stuff. And I shall see you tomorrow.